you should go and love yourself.
So today I'm going to be doing this makeup tutorial for you on how I got this look. Something I never really wear, like ever. So a new one for me. It's like a pink. I'm so not a pink person, but it is really girly and I thought you guys might like it because it's like a little bit girly maybe. I don't know, but it's like pink and greys and then like a pinky mauve lip. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so today I'm going to be starting off with my eyes, which I never ever do, and you will know that if you watch my channel, but because I'm using a super glittery pigment, I knew that I would get loads and loads of fallout, so I thought I'd start with the eyes first of all. So I'm first of all priming my eyes using my MAC paint pot in soft ochre just to create a even base for the shadows we're going to apply. Once you apply this all over your eye, I'm taking the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, and first of all I'm going in with the lightest shade in the palette. This is Stranger, and I'm just using a fluffy brush just to apply all over the eye, just so it sets the base, so it makes it a lot easier to blend your shadows. The first shadow I'm then going to be going in with is Limit, which is like a sort of pale dusty rosy kind of colour, and I'm just using my fluffy brush just to blend this really quite messily just all over that upper crease area. Then I'm going to be going into the colour Nuna, really weird name, and a smaller crease brush, and I'm going to apply this in the inner crease and the outer crease. You guys have seen me do this technique quite a lot recently. I really like the way this eyeshadow looks on my particular eye shape, and just in general I think it looks really pretty, and I think it's actually pretty easy to do. So I apply that in the inner, as I said, the inner crease here, and then the outer crease, and then just blend it all out with a fluffy brush. Going in with, this is Dark Side, obviously in the same palette, and taking an even smaller crease brush. I'm doing the exact same technique, so the outer V and the inner V, but obviously we're using a smaller brush, so it's going to be a little bit more precise as we are using a darker colour. So when you're doing an eyeshadow like this, it is best to start off with the lighter shades and then build up the depth as you go. I go back and forth between all of these shades just to make sure it's completely blended and I've got the depth that I want, but also leaving that very centre completely clear of any shadow. I mean, it doesn't matter to be honest, if you get some on there, it's not the end of the world, because we're going to go in with the paint pot again, which I'm doing now. So I'm just applying that paint pot just right in that centre again, just to create a tacky base for this shade, which is called, what is this called? I think it's called Dust, I think. So I applied Dust, and I don't know where that clip went. It was like really blurry, the only bit I had, but I applied that to the centre. As you can see, it's not very shimmery. So what I did is I went in with, this is the Barry M Dazzle Dust. This is in Pink Shimmer, and guys, this is like the most glittery like pigment ever. Like, it is so sparkly, it went absolutely everywhere. I don't particularly recommend this pigment. Out of all the Barry M Dazzle Dusts, I think are absolutely amazing. I love so many of them, but this one was so glittery, like it literally went all over my face, and it is such a bitch to get off. Like, I just literally couldn't get it off my face, but it looks pretty. So going in with the Vegas Nay eyelid lashes, these are in Shining Star. This was the first time using these, I've never used these before, but I wanted something a little bit, I want to say natural, but obviously these aren't natural, but just not as heavy as the other ones, and these are, they're not quite as like full and wispy as the Grand Glamour. They're a little bit more just like long and defined, but I actually really like them with this look. So then I'm just filling in my brows, as always with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown, which is just my favourite product to use currently. Right, so I used a wipe to wipe off the excess glitter on my face, but it still didn't get all of it off, but it did an okay job. I then primed with my Makeup Forever smoothing primer, and then I'm applying foundation. This is the Rimmel Match Perfection in True Nude on my Real Techniques Beauty Blender type spongy thing. This foundation comes off so orange on this camera, and it seems to be the only foundation that does it. Obviously it must be just a warmer foundation anyway, but in real life it doesn't look this orange, so it's quite weird that the camera just really picks out the orange pigment in it for some reason. But it's actually a really nice colour in real life, so it's quite annoying. But I really like this foundation, so I just applied that all over my face, and then I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in number 10, just to conceal and highlight under my eyes. I did want my eyes to be quite bright for this look, so I wanted it to be quite fresh with all that glitter and sort of dark greys going on the eyes. So just applying it underneath the eyes, a little bit in between my eyebrows on my forehead, the bridge of my nose and my chin. And then I start off with blending out with my fingers and then go back in with my beauty blender as well. Not beauty blender, real tiny sponge thingy. Okay, I know a lot of you are thinking, what is she doing? But I really like at the moment putting on just a second layer in that very inner part of my eye, because that's the part where it gets the most creasy and dark, and for some reason if I just add that extra layer once that first layer is blended in, it really helps. So I put that there, and then I'm contouring using my YSL Healthy Glow Balm, which is like a cream that sets as a powder. I love this, it's so good on this Sigma brush. It's just such an easy way to contour, it's so quick and easy. So I just apply that on my cheeks, and then I go back into the Real Technique sponge just to blend out the edges, and then also blend out that concealer that I've just left sitting there for a quick minute. Once I've done that, I will be setting the concealer underneath my eyes, and I haven't used this one in ages, but to me this is like an oldie but a goodie. It's the MAC Light Plus powder, and you can see, like, I barely used it because I got it and I loved it, and then for some reason I stopped using it. I don't remember why, and then I picked it up the other day and I was like, oh my god, this stuff is amazing. So I was really like this at the moment. So I just use this to set under my eyes and basically everywhere you've highlighted. And then we'll be going into highlighting the face using Becca Champagne Pop. I've used this one so much recently, I just really like the colour of it. I think because it's got that kind of peachy undertone, I just think it looks really nice. So I'm just using that to contour, nope, get it right Tash, to highlight my face, so my cheeks, my nose and my cupid's bow, which I went way over the top on, but it blends out in a minute. Blush, I'm using this YSL Blush Volupte. Called, it's Heart of Light, I believe that's the colour, I'm not really sure. And then using a a stippling brush just to blend everything together. Finally, I always, spray my face with MAC Fix Plus just to set it and give it more of a natural dewy finish, and then I just blended out the eyeshadow. There was no real need to do that, I just felt like I needed to. So for the lower lash line, I'm going in with this Urban Decay pencil. This one is like it's a really nice, like, grey charcoaly colour. It's called Smoke. Actually, that's exactly what it is. It's like a smoky colour. So I'm just using this to line my waterline and a little bit on the lower lash line. And then I'm going to smudge it out using that same grey we used in the crease. So this one, which is Dark Side. And I just literally use that to smudge it out with a smudger brush. And then I use my fluffy brush to blend it out even further. Okay, so lastly, moving on to the lips, I am using Jura Cosmetics Hydra Matte. This is in Ecstasy. This is the first time I've used it. It's such a nice colour. It's like that perfect sort of mauvey pinky colour. I really like it. So I applied this all over my lips first of all, because I wasn't sure if I was going to need a liner or not. But then I did decide to go in with MAC liner in Soar, just to sort of crisp up the edges and just sort of deepen it up around the edges a little bit. And then that would be the finished look. As you can see, you can still see sparkles on my face. It was impossible to get them all off. Oh, and then the lights fell down. but it was so hard. Like, you can see them on my face, like they're everywhere. So if you're going to do this, you need some shadow shields for sure. And also it made my eyes really red, and I didn't wear my contacts for this because I thought it might irritate them. But anyway, that is the finished look. I love how it came out, so I hope you guys did too. Okay, so this is the finished look, guys. I really hope you like it. I actually quite like how it came out. I was quite surprised by myself. Just because it's not really my kind of style, this kind of colour, like greys and pinks. I love grey, but not pink. So it wasn't really my kind of thing, but I actually really like how it came out. Apart from glitter is bitch. So, I don't know if I'll be using this glitter again. It had so much fallout. You can probably still see bits of glitter on my face. It had so much fallout, the most I've ever used. And I've used quite a few of the Barry Dazzle Dusts, and they are nowhere near as bad as this colour. So I think it's just because this colour is particularly sparkly, like it's got like proper sparkles in it, rather than just like a compact glitter pigment, if that makes any sense. So I probably wouldn't use this pigment again, and I don't really recommend it that much because you do get a lot of fallout. And obviously, as you saw, I did my eyes first, which I never ever do because of this, but it's still so hard to get it off. So I definitely recommend, if you're going to use this, get some shadow shields. I don't have any. I really should invest in some. Definitely get some shadow shields to put under your eyes, and it'll catch all the fallout and it'll be much easier. But give it a thumbs up if you liked the makeup look, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!
Oh my god, I remember when this came out, only here on Kylie Radio.
Get a plastic bag, go ahead and pick up all the cash. Go ahead, man, you deserve it. Get a plastic bag, cash. You dance down.